So it seems like the conspiracy theory people are correct. They've been saying for a long time that there are going to be mandatory vaccinations. And I just read in our local newspaper that this is indeed what the government of Ontario province in Canada is planning to tell people. They just announced it. You don't have to get a vaccination. But if you don't, you cannot travel and you cannot even go to the movie theater. That says to me force. It says mandatory vaccinations. And again, we have somebody who is infringing upon all of us. Infringing how? Because we are told that certain people are our bosses when it comes to what we have to do. And we really don't have any way to complain about it other than talk about it. But, you know, what are you going to do if you don't have your certificate of vaccination, which is exactly what COVID-19 means? And here it is. Talked about before by the tin hat people. COVID, the first three letters are certificate of vaccination, ID, identification, COVID. And then the 19, you just go, it's a very simple kind of a thing that kids do. They make a cipher, which is a code. And a simple cipher is take numbers and attach them to the letters of the alphabet. The first letter, in other words, the 1 in 19 is the letter A. The 9 is I, so you get AI, artificial intelligence. So you have certificate of vaccination, identification, artificial intelligence. That's what COVID-19 really means. Why weren't you told officially? Because they're never going to tell you officially. They're telling you unofficially. Who are they? These are the Luciferians. They believe that they are Lucifer and they are God. Not only to themselves, but to you. And that's why they boss you around and they play all these mind games with you. These people, if you want to call them people, they're not. They're not people. They are not anything at all. Why? Because we're getting away from the idea that humans are people. Seems weird. Yes, it does, but the whole point of getting rid of the idea about people is that you get rid of all of the attachments that you have to the word people. People need to be governed. People need to go to school. People need to report in. People need to pay their taxes. Endless links to the word people and what you have to do. So I don't know what the new word is that I'm going to use for what you call this particular, but I'm getting away from all the mandatory things that go along with being born as a people on planet Earth. How are we going to get any more information about what else is coming down the pipeline? Listen to your conspiracy theorists, they're pretty much dead on right. The only way you're going to escape the Luciferian is you're going to have to change who you are. You're not going to be a human people anymore. You're going to be not anything at all. You're simply going to be not anything. How do I do that? That will be a series of upcoming talks that this is a preview of. But not being anything simply makes you immune to Luciferians. In other words, if they say you must have a COVID-19 vaccine, you shrug and say, sure, no problem. You're not using a boundary with these people because they have the force of the police and the army. And even if you're a nothing, it doesn't mean that, you can't be manhandled. So we're not going to put it out there that we are going to fight the government. We're not. Luciferian or not, we're not going to fight them. But we are going to change what we are so that we can live with these Luciferians, and we're going to eventually cure them of being Luciferian. How's that going to play out? Again, more talks will be coming. It seems kind of, well, it's time for all of us to collectively take back our power that we have given to these various governments because we were brainwashed into believing this is the way it has to be because of our history lessons about this is the way things were on planet Earth. We are never going to be able to fully understand how this is going to play out in advance. It's not for your rational mind to figure it out. You're going to have to continually insist that you are not going to be anything. How does this work? I'm nothing. I'm nothing. Why does this work? Because people are going to be puzzled and eventually they're going to give up.